Hello students. What we're going to talk about today is the construction of a production possibility frontier curve, and we're going to start simple and then move into some economic historical curves and talk about using this production possibility frontier curve and the information it gives us and applying to historical situations. So the hypothetical example we're going to use is we are going to make cookies as a class, and so you're all invited over to my class or to my house, and we're going to make sugar cookies and oatmeal cookies are the two recipes I have. If you look over here, here are my resources. I have 1 bag of sugar. That resource is perfectly transferable between sugar cookies and oatmeal cookies, which means the sugar is just as good for sugar cookies as it is for oatmeal. I have 40 cups of sugar in that bag, and I have 1 bag. And my recipes that I have account for 1 cup of sugar per batch for my sugar cookies, and again 1 cup of sugar per batch for my oatmeal cookies. Now, what a production possibility curve shows us is exactly what it says. What are our production possibilities given this set of resources and given this recipe? Well, one of our possibilities would be to make 40 batches of sugar cookies, right? We have 40 cups of sugar. I have 1 cup per batch, so I could potentially make 40 batches of sugar cookies. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a dot right there on 40, as you can see. Of course, now if I make 40 sugar cookies, it meant I made 0 oatmeal cookies, because every point on a graph is going to represent two things. So this dot here represents 40 batches of sugar cookies, and that left me 0 sugar, so I had no sugar to make any oatmeal cookies whatsoever, so I made 0 oatmeal cookies. Of course, I could also make 40 oatmeal cookies, and again, if I do that, there will be no resources left over, no sugar left over to make any sugar cookies. Now, I don't have to do all of one or all of the other, although those are certainly production possibilities for us. I could also do 30 batches of sugar cookies and 10 batches of oatmeal cookies. That would certainly be a possibility. I could do 20 batches of sugar cookies and 20 batches of oatmeal cookies. That would also be a production possibility. Or I could do 30 batches of oatmeal cookies and 10 batches of sugar cookies. And so what this is showing you is there's a lot of different possibilities. There's a lot more possibilities than the ones I bubbled or put dots on. But those are for sure production possibilities that we have. Then what you do is you connect the dots. So I'm going to connect these dots, and there's where you get the curve. So that's what our production possibility curve looks like in the production of sugar cookies and oatmeal. Now, these points on the curve are very significant. Points A, B, and C represent something. They all have something in common. And if you look down here, what this is saying is we're at full efficient production. It doesn't matter if we chose combination A or if we chose combination B or we chose combination C. We had full efficient production, and what does that tell you? Well, what it means is you were given the ability, based on these resources, you were given the ability to produce 40 batches of cookies. At A, you produced 40 batches. At B, you produced 40 batches. Or at combination C, you produced 40 batches. So that's why we say you were at full efficient production. Another way to look at it is that is a full employment of your resources. In other words, you did not waste any. None of that sugar was wasted. All of it was used in the production of our cookies. So full employment of your resources. And it basically means in a non-economic terminology way that this economy, or we, in making our cookies, lived up to our potential. And so that's a good thing.